Charlie, how did you get into this crazy race? Just describe your trajectory for me.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Sailing's something that I've done my entire life, and the Volvo Ocean Race is the pinnacle of the sport, kind of in the offshore capacity, and it's something that's been a dream of mine for a long time.
And sort of how did you sort of start this journey, though? It all started with a movie with Walt Disney. Tell me your relationship there.
Actually, when I was in university, there was kind of a call for applicants to be in a Disney-produced documentary called The Morning Light Project, which was basically chronicling a trans-Pacific race for young sailors on a 52-foot boat called The Morning Light. And, I applied to that program, was accepted to it, competed in the race, was part of the film. And a lot of our coaches during that film were former Volvo Ocean Race veterans, and basically since that day, it's been a dream of mine, and here we are looking to do it.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, really whet your appetite there. But before you got here, you did compete in the Fastnet and transatlantic races. I mean, how did you manage to take on the Billionaires there without having that major backing?
It's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, it's, all about, sailing skill and ambition and competition and physical fitness. And, whether or not you're staying in nice hotel rooms or at the, best marinas and this and that, I mean, there's different ways to do it. And we were doing it kind of on a lighter budget. But, at the end of the day, it comes down to the sailing itself. And I think our results speak for themselves.
Sure, we've seen a lot of really good sailors just get kicked out because they don't have the finances to compete. So what made you guys different?
I think kind of just the way we look at things, we know that at the end of the day, this is a business. And, it does take money to compete and get to this next level. And we've been pretty, fortunate to see it that way. And we've kind of been able to make the most of some of our opportunities and kind of try to create opportunities for sailing versus just show up and go sailing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about that in terms of attracting sponsors, particularly when it came to the Volvo Ocean Race. I mean, how long did it wind up taking you?
This has basically been a 2.5-year mission for Mark Towell and myself. After we competed in the transatlantic race and the Fastnet race, we were basically put in the business development program of the Volvo Ocean Race, and we've been working with them for about 2.5 years on trying to find sponsorship for this race.
And it seemed like when I was reading about your story that you were able to tailor your marketing to each company that you tried to pitch. I mean, tell me a little bit about that business insight.
It's definitely, sponsorship, especially in sailing, is a very difficult landscape, and I think we kind of struggled with conviction and malleability, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, you are what you are. But at the end of the day, every sponsor would like to see something different, and you work for them, and it's all about their return on investment. So we wanted to make sure that we had a good plan to essentially work with all of our potential sponsors, not only the one Alvamedica, that we end up representing in the race itself.
Right, so, we talked about your Brown degree, we talked about Walt Disney, and then you brought up Alvamedica, the Turkish medical devices company. So how did you guys pair up with them?
We were a team that was looking to do the race, and they were a company looking to become a sponsor in the race, and kind of through the business development program of the race, we met. Were able to get in front of each other and found out that we had a lot of the same core DNA. We're both young and ambitious and looking to take the next step. And, for both of us, the Volvo Ocean Race is that next step, and we've had a great relationship thus far and look forward to, carrying it throughout the course of the race itself. Part
of it that might have made it, I don't want to say easier for you guys, because raising $21 million is nowhere near easy, but the cost used to be $70 million. That cost has come down from apparently new boat standards. Can you talk to me about that a little bit?
Yeah, the Volvo Ocean Race itself has changed a tremendous amount between the last iteration of the race and the upcoming iteration. The boats all used to be different, and a lot of money was spent in research and development, and every team had their own design team within it. And, that was great from the technical aspect of the sport, and it's helped push the sport a tremendous amount. But basically, the price tag became a barrier to entry.
Right.
And there weren't as many teams competing with, in the current economic environment. So what they did is they made all the boats the same, which kind of took out that research and development aspect and reduced the overall price tag. And it made it easier for teams to compete because at the end of the day, sponsors didn't have to contribute as much money, yet they were getting, the same return for that investment.